Hey everyone, I haven't done a webcam stream in a while, but hey, welcome in. Hope everyone's doing alright. I'm just waiting for my coffee to heat up back there, and yeah, once I have coffee, we'll get started. Anyway, hope everyone's doing alright. I got home not long ago from a pretty lengthy walk, at least lengthy for my standards. I generally don't get out a lot. I've been kind of living a little sedentary recently, well, recently being the past few years, just due to life circumstances, but I decided I kind of wanted to change things up, so I took a nice long walk around our neighborhood. I basically walked as much as my legs would let me. And oh, here, let me turn down the music. It looks like it's a little loud. I have the music intentionally loud for me because I don't want to worry about like hearing my voice too much, if that makes sense. So hopefully the audio balancing is all right. I tend to get self-conscious when I can hear my voice, especially if I can hear it echoing through the apartment, because it's like, oh crap, other people can hear me. So I try to limit that so that way I can be a little more open and just me, I suppose. I also finally shaved. I've been wanting to for a while, but I've been lazy. But I finally did. Wasn't a great job, but you know what? I did it anyway. Anyway, hope everyone's days are going alright. I am actually feeling some pretty good vibes just because of the walk I went on. My headphones are unfortunately a little messed up. You can't really notice it based on how they look, but I think it's just a result of them getting old. But my headphones are kind of acting up a little bit. On occasion, like, this headphone will cut out, so I have to like adjust the cable when that happens. And yeah, it's very unfortunate. But yeah, how do you like the layout? I got MuseScore in the upper left and FL Studio in the lower left. I will be using both because I plan on transposing from MuseScore. You can't see my mouse cursor, but whatever. I'll be transposing from MuseScore to FL Studio, and that's essentially the plan. I don't exactly know how I want this song to sound yet. This song actually isn't even in the game I'm developing. This is for another game I started working on, or I've been working on since like 2016, I think. I'm actually going to turn on my headphones because I feel like I'm talking a little loud. My voice can feel it. My voice is very out of practice, so I'm going to work on that a little bit more. But yeah, this song is composed for Database. Thank you for calling. I think MuseScore calls it something that I didn't end up calling it. Let's see. Oh, I can just... Oh wait, does it not show the title in this format? Okay, I guess it doesn't. So MuseScore calls it A Big Beast Waits. That was its original title. And then I ended up calling it... what is it called on YouTube? A Dance with Death, I think is what I ended up calling it. So yeah, we're going to be transposing A Dance with Death into FL Studio. I don't know how long that will take, nor if I'm actually going to do the entire thing on stream, depending on how long it takes, but I would like to start doing more of these music streams, and kind of holding myself accountable, getting some more creative work done, and streaming the process. Not all of it, of course. Like, I do plan on eventually streaming maybe like some game dev stuff, but I probably won't stream the entire thing because I don't want to like spoil the story or anything for people who are looking forward to playing the game, for the few people who know the game exists. But yeah, I do plan on like streaming at least the music composition part, maybe some of the development, but yeah, in any case, I am actually going to go and check on my coffee, so I'll be back in a moment. You guys will see the coffee making process. The coffee maker is literally behind me. So let me grab my coffee cup here. Let's make some coffee. Let's see if it's warm enough first. Oh yeah, I think that's fine. Gonna disappear for a second. You guys get this live experience. Don't know if you can hear me, but I am talking loud. Maybe it's coming through. Oh. with that, we are back. So, kind of like when I used to film vlogs, let's go ahead and share our first sip of coffee in my good old-fashioned tiny Yeti mug, which you can't really see because of the glare. Yeah, there's no way to really do that. I set up my laptop and everything specifically so I'd have a bit of a backdrop behind me, so that way you weren't just looking at a blank wall, because I'll turn the computer and show you what you would have been looking at if I didn't change my setup. It's gonna be a little shaky, but yeah, that would have been the background. So I decided to shake things up. I normally sit there, but I just kind of wanted to change my position. Maybe it'll help me stay focused a little more. I'm tempted to do the Pomodoro technique and kind of make this like a productive stream for like anyone watching and myself. So, I also never took a sip of coffee. Oh well, I'll go on my tangent first. But like a little productive stream. So like I work on music and anyone watching is working on, you know, whatever else you want to work on. And like we work in a like little bursts. So we do 25 minutes of work and then take a 5-minute break, 25 minutes, 5-minute break. But I feel like I kind of just want to go through and begin and maybe just take our time while we work, you know? So let's go ahead and share the first sip of coffee. It's been a while since we did this. Maybe I'll upload this in the main channel. I don't know. Should I upload this on the main channel? It's not like I use the main channel for anything else. But I mean, I have a VOD channel for a reason, so who knows? I'll upload it to the main channel. This is basically a vlog. It's a little burnt, but otherwise it's alright. Okay, I'm gonna turn up the audio again, so that way I can hear my music clearly. Let's pause this. And I'm going to show the song to you first. Let me zoom out so you can see the entire score. 7 years ago. So if you've never heard this song, I have it uploaded on my YouTube channel. It's actually probably one of my favorite compositions I've ever done. One day I'll actually show you guys all my favorite compositions, but this song in particular, I busted it out in a single night, and I was genuinely impressed with it by the end. There were a lot of copy and pastes, which I don't like doing a lot in music, but there are a lot of repetitive parts in the song, and I think that's why it ended up being so long. So it was kind of a necessary evil. Anyway, I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna play the song. And thankfully it's not copyrighted, because I literally wrote the damn thing. So here we go. I forgot you guys can't hear me. I feel like the audio wasn't playing right. The audio wasn't coming through my headphones, it was coming through the computer's speakers. MuseScore, output, headphones. Wait, is that coming through headphones? And I just can't hear. I can't tell. Okay, so yeah, it's not coming in right. Okay. So let's see here. Does that have something to do with OBS? I wonder why. It's never done this before. It's probably because I'm streaming it. I'm gonna exit out and try to, I'm just gonna restart it. So yeah, let's exit out, reopen. Okay, that's better. Ooh, my headphones are messed up, unfortunately. Okay, let me get this back on here. Properties. Okay, watch, now that I'm streaming it, it's not gonna play anymore. Oh, okay, no, it's playing now. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we hear the song. I think it's missing a part. It's normally supposed to have like a string section. I wonder what happened. Well, it sounds like everything else is there. The audio quality is kind of bad because it's playing from MuseScore directly, but it sounds a lot better in the actual published version. You know, maybe I actually will just play the published version. Why not? Might as well. I'm gonna have to scroll pretty far back on YouTube to find it though, because I uploaded it like 2 years ago. Hello, load. Thank you. Alright, we are to a year. And I believe it was before my Dragon Quest marathon. I mean, honestly, now that I think about it, I could have found it just by pulling up the soundtracks playlist, but you know what? We do things the hard way here. Okay, I found it. Yeah, see, there's that string section that was missing. And that's the track we are going to be hopefully transposing today. Probably not the entire thing because it's pretty long and there are a lot of tracks. As you can see, there's a lot of instruments in the staff. But yeah, we'll be working on this song. This was a boss theme I composed for Database Thank You for Calling. And I went the Yuzo Koshiro route, where the battle theme lasts way longer than the actual battles probably will in game, because that's just how I wanted to roll. It was kind of like a Dancing Mad situation where I just kind of started going crazy with the music, and I'm like, you know what, let's just keep it going. Like, I have that one part where like all the instruments cut out except for like the drums, and I'm like, I like this. Let's just keep the song going from here. And I just went insane with it. So, first things first, I think we want to get the piano part figured out. So we're going to want to create a loop specifically for the piano. So let's get that started. It's been a while since I used FL Studio, so let's see if I even remember what I'm doing. So we're going to replace that with the sound font player. And does it automatically? Of course it doesn't. Okay. So then, I mean, that's why I have it down here. We can drag and drop the sound font I want, which is Timbres of Heaven. And the Concert Grand should be fine. Oh, it's not playing any audio. That's unfortunate. Probably for the same reason that MuseScore wasn't. So let me save this. Dance with Death Redux. I'm going to exit out and then reopen that. Okay, I heard it that time. Then let's load that. Okay, can hear that this time. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, I will go ahead and turn up the audio then. Okay, so first things first. Okay, so the piano is pretty good. So we have the right instrument. Let me rename this. Rename color and icon. This will be piano. We'll give it a piano icon, and the color will be blue because I like blue. We'll go with like we'll go with a lighter blue. Like steel is all right. Yeah. And then the next step, I think we want to create a, I don't think we want to be in pattern editor. I'm trying to remember how this works. Or maybe this is what we want. Okay, so that's 4 measures. I think it's 8 measures. How do I exit? How do I exit? How do I edit the time? Oh, this is gonna be a bit of a learning stream. It's been a while since I used FL Studio. Let's go in here. Let's see, time markers. I don't think this is it. Yeah, that's not it. Oh! I'm a dingus. The BPM is right here. Oh, this is gonna be one interesting stream. Okay, so I think it's already at the tempo it needs to be at. Yeah, 130. And FL Studio's at 130. Okay, that's perfect. So our first... Okay, so the key signature, I don't remember key signatures off the bat, so that is E minor. Let's see, I think FL Studio lets us set up key signatures specifically, like in the piano roll, if I recall. Just need to figure out where it actually does that. I've done it before, but I forget every time. Okay, this is it. Wait, no. It's kind of what we're looking for, but like not. Okay, thanks. I love you, and I hope your workday goes well. All right, I've got to look this up. How to change key signatures in FL Studio. Get out of your AI overview. I don't give a crap. Okay, these aren't the answers I'm looking for. Setting key signature for piano roll FL Studio. Okay, is this what I'm looking for? Helpers scale highlighting. Let's see. That doesn't help. It says top left corner of the piano roll. This must be from an older version. How long ago was that? 8 years ago. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna help me. That's not it what I want either. Okay. Maybe the general tutorial on the FL Studio website will help. Notes, yeah. Oh, is it as simple as that? No. Hey, welcome in. We're just working on some music, but I forgot how to use the software, so I'm trying to figure something out. I just need to set a key signature, man. Oh yeah, no worries. Okay, that didn't help. Okay, that didn't help either. Huh. How do I do? I've done it before. Weird. Not sure why it wouldn't run that one specifically. Okay, maybe I should actually read the tutorial. So this tells me how to snap to the scale, but it doesn't tell me how to change the scale. I'm gonna bookmark this page though, because I have a feeling I'll be referring to this in the future. One run KH1 or chain memories. Weird. I assume there's nothing wrong with the disks, if you aren't sure why the system itself isn't running them. Okay, here we go. Right click to... Okay. Okay, I think I figured it out. There it is. That's what we're looking for. So what was this? E minor? Yeah. How long did that take us to figure out? Alright, time to begin. So the first note, when I read a staff, I can't read it like by memory, so I have to count this shit. So let's see. That's G, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so it's like a high E. I think that's the right note. Yeah. So it's E7. So I'm pretty sure this is one whole measure. So I think that's a 16th, right? So if that's E, then this is C. So E, C, B, A. All right. C, B, A. Okay, no, these aren't 16th notes. Those are 8th. All right. That sounds right. Okay. So we do this 4 times. And then I think it repeats. So okay, and then it jumps from E to F natural. But I think all the other notes stay the same. Oh wait, no. I'm getting ahead of myself. So we do this one more time. And then goes up a half step. And we can save some time copying and pasting, but I don't feel like doing that. So I think this goes for 2 measures, like the last one. So yeah, ba, 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 and then it's F sharp after. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. And then if I recall, it's 2 measures of that. And then I think it goes back down to F sharp, and then it repeats. Okay, so that'll be our loop. So it's a pretty simple chord progression. I think this is the chord progression for most of the song too. So like the piano loop can essentially stay the same. Whoops. They were out of alignment. And then we go back down a half step. Oh yeah, that's what I was made for right there. And then we do that for another measure. And we're not going to listen yet. I don't want to listen until I've gotten everything that I feel is right. Let's rename in color. This will be piano loop. It will be blue, just like the instrument. And that's good. Piano loop. Okay, so now we need to figure out what's happening elsewhere in the piece while the piano's going crazy. So we go back to the beginning of the score. Yeah, why is this a piano? Oh, I think that's what sounds wrong. The sound font changed it from piano to... or from strings to piano. Okay, so this is going to be our string section. So we've gotten that figured out. So let's get ourselves another instrument. Let's get Timbres of Heaven in here. And we are going to get... We are going to get Dawn's strings. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, that's pretty solid. So let's go ahead and rename in color. This will be strings. The icon will be violin. And the color will go like a... like medium purple's alright. Okay, and I don't recall if this one's a loop, but we'll go ahead and create a find next empty strings, and it will be the same color, medium purple. That works. And then we gotta go way down. Ooh, is that the right octave? I don't think so. E4 seems a little low. Okay, yeah, it's lower than that. I think it's... I think that's what it is. I think that's what E4 is. Yeah, okay. So we go lower for the low boy. So that's just an eighth note. No, not an eighth. A whole note. My gosh. It's been a while since I've actually spoken in musical terminology. So it's for two whole measures. And then I think he goes up a half step. I think it follows the same chord progression. So it goes E, F natural, F sharp, and then F natural again, if I recall. Wait, what changes here? Natural, and F sharp, and then F natural. Okay, so like the parts swapped staves for some reason. Now add a sax solo. Hey, welcome in. That does happen later in the song. I don't know if you've actually heard this song, but it does kind of have like a sax solo later on. I'm transposing a song I composed for one of my games, and now we're working on making it sound a little better, so I'm putting it through FL Studio. So I believe natural, sharp, natural again, and then we transpose the higher part. So that's dotted quarter note. Yeah. Maybe I'll show the whole song once I've finished at least a little chunk of the beginning of this song. Alright, so dotted quarter note would be about this. And then we go another dotted quarter note, so that's just F sharp. And that's just regular quarter. Oh, my headphones keep getting messed up. Whoops, that's too high. Mute score, I keep opening the wrong thing. So it's... So that's G, okay, I need to remember I'm reading a bass clef. So that's G, F sharp, so G dotted quarter, F dotted quarter, that's F sharp, and then I think this is lower than I think, so that's D. Alright, so we've got those two measures. And then the next one is going to be F natural, because that's the chord progression. It's weird to be working on this song again. I haven't touched this song in like a year, or no, it's been 2 years. So F natural, G, and then these two are going to be eighth notes, so that's A, G. And then F natural to E, I believe that is. I think that's, what was that dotted quarter? Yeah, dotted quarter, and then a half note attached to an eighth note. So then yeah, that plays for, okay, so we got the first two measures. Next couple. So we got an eighth rest, and then we start on an eighth E. And then a dotted quarter F. That's F. Oh yeah, dotted quarter F sharp. And then I think it's just a series of eighth notes after that. Yeah, so G, F, E, G, F, sharp, E. And then another eighth rest, and then E, F sharp, G. And then it's A, G, F sharp, E. Okay, simple enough. Hey Amy, welcome in. We're just getting some music done. Or at least music transposed. The song's already done. I'm just transposing the music. Okay, so dotted quarter, and that's on A, right? Yeah, that's A. Why is the... what? This was not how I composed the song originally. What happened here? If you leave a track on MuseScore alone for 2 years, does the track just get all messed up? I did not compose it this way. Okay, so yeah, that's dotted quarter A. And then we're in treble clef now. So that's C, C, B, C, C, B, C, A, and then what was that? That's E, right? E. Oh, that's quite a jump, okay. So then we go A, that's E, and then F natural, and back down to E. Okay. And then, okay, they're both half notes. Okay, there we go. So we've got the beginning of the song done. So I'll listen to what I have on here, and then I'll show you guys the full song that we're transposing. Oh, wait, it's just playing the pattern. How do I play the... how do I switch? A song. There we go. That sounds alright. I'll probably do some, like, tweaking with the audio itself after. Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound bad. So yeah, let me show you guys the full song we're working on. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, this is the, I'm going to show you guys the original that we're transposing. Let me pull up, I'm going to pull up the playlist this time instead of trying to scroll through my whole YouTube channel. Let's see. Should be in this playlist, right? If I was smart, I'd put it in this playlist. YouTube doesn't like to load because I have ad blockers on, and they're trying to do everything they can to prevent ad blockers from working. Which is funny, because I'm literally loading my own channel. I don't have ads on it. I'm so glad you think so. Okay, so I'm going to mute my mic, and I'm going to show you guys the song that we're working on. So this will be the full track. Oh, this isn't in the Crystal's Tale. It's in the other game that I've been working on. Yeah, I think I did. This is one of the songs I'm like most proud of. Aw, thank you guys. I really appreciate that. I am very happy with how this song came out, and I'm looking forward to making it sound even better. Yeah, let's see. When was this uploaded? That was March 1st, 2023. So, yeah, it's been quite a while. I am very happy with how it came out, and I'm looking forward to working on it more. So, let me pull up the score again. See, I don't think we're missing anything in the first few measures. So then, I think the strings repeat. Okay, I think that's a lower octave. So I think we just add the same thing, but we add another one an octave higher. So with that, let's go back into the strings track. Let's extend this by, yeah, that works. Or actually, nah, yeah, I'll keep it this way. So we'll copy this, and then we'll bring it over here. And then I believe we just do the same melody, but up here. And then I think we can just, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Copy, or I guess I don't need to copy and paste, because like it's, FL Studio works differently. You don't need to copy and paste the different loops. And then that's G. I believe that's all there is for this part. Because, yeah, it's this, I think the string section, and then we do introduce the bass guitar here, so I'm gonna have to add that as well. And then let me just double check. I need to zoom out the score again. I wanna make sure I'm seeing everything. Like, I don't want to zoom out or zoom in too far, or zoom out too far. I can speak. Alright. Okay, the drums are up there. Gotcha. Okay, see, other than the bass, it looks like everything else is the same. So we just keep doing this. Okay, I think that's it for the string section. So we're going to want to add another instrument. This will be the bass guitar. Let's see, what kind of bass do we want to go with? I think I went with either bass 305 or picked bass. I should be able to see from MuseScore, actually. What would this be? F11? No, F10. Bass guitar. Okay, picked bass. And let's see how that sounds. Oh, we want to go down here. Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Oh yeah, no worries. Thanks for dropping by. I just figured I'd do the stream for fun. I'll be posting it on YouTube and everything anyway, but yeah, thanks for coming by, and I hope the rest of your day goes well. Alright, this will be bass. And then we will change it to, I think there should be a bass guitar on here, right? Not that it matters much anyway. We'll just put the regular guitar here, and the color will be kind of red. Sienna, that works. And then find next empty, this will be bass, and it will be the same color. And now we add a track here. Open this up. And I'm going to zoom back in, so that way I can kind of see the notes a little clearer. The scroll wheel on my mouse is all messed up, so scrolling is a bit of a hassle. Okay, so we start with the 2/16 notes. These are both E. Okay, everything starts on E. Okay, I think that's the right octave. Yeah. Whoops. So they're 16th notes, so they're real small. And then a dotted 8th note. Oh, it's got a little bit of reverb. You hear that? Like, whenever I click on these notes, there's some reverb on those. I like that. And then I think it's just a 16th note and then another dotted 8th note. It's the same note the whole way across, so don't need to worry about like where things change or anything. And then so yeah, dotted 8th note, and then I think that's just a regular 8th note. And then I think it's just 16ths all the way across after. Yeah, okay. I've got the rhythm back. Let me see if I can actually add some reverb this way. Yeah, let's do this. Why not? Reverb level. Get a little higher. Just for fun. And that sounds alright. And I think it's just the same thing, so, and then dotted 8th, single 16th, another dotted 8th, regular 8th, and 5/16ths. And then I think it just repeats, but like following the chord progressions. Yeah, the next one is F sharp. Oh no, the F natural. then we just go up to F sharp. And then, if I recall, I think... Okay, the bass doesn't do anything fancy yet. Okay, so we just follow the same pattern here. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Yeah, let's bring these all up. There we go. Okay, I was like, I figured something didn't feel right. I didn't go the full duration. I lost the rhythm for a second. Okay, I think that sounds alright. I don't think anything else is added until the next section. So we got the bass going. Let's see what comes after. Okay, so I think this is where the drums are introduced. Okay. The drums get introduced like right at the last section, so we are going to bring Timbers of Heaven up here. We're going to get ourselves, I think we're going to want Power Kit, right? Power drums, yeah. I can see what I used in MuseScore. Drums are up at the top. Power drums, okay. So that's a hi-hat, a closed hi-hat, I should specify. We're getting ahead of ourselves though. One step at a time. Drums. Set the color to, why not, like, yeah. Anything specifically for a drum set? Doesn't look like it, so we'll go snare drum. And now to remember what's what on here. So that's cymbal, cowbell, that's another cymbal, tambourine. These are all snares. Oh no, not snares, they're toms. Okay, that's hi-hat. So that is, what is that? That's G sharp? Okay. So let's go ahead and get next empty, drums, same colorish. And then these come in at the last measure. Hang on. There we go. Just that way I don't confuse myself. Did I just confuse myself? I may have. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay, so now this is where we well, no, I did confuse myself. Let's go back this way. Okay, I do like the softer one. Okay. And then bass drum. Is there a better sounding bass drum? Okay, I think this is about as good as we get. Wait. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we've got the introduction of the drums. Okay, no worries. I'll still be streaming, because I've got my work cut out for me. But I hope everything goes alright. Alright, let's hear. Ooh, that's loud. Let's see, I'll turn that down on the stream as well. Ooh, I'm gonna turn up the bass. Okay, so bass and drums are both pretty quiet, so let's hear that again. Okay, that does sound better. I think I need to turn the strings down. And let's give the drums some reverb, because I like the reverb in the original score. Alright, let's hear that again. I'm gonna turn down strings and piano. Okay, that sounds good. I like that. So, next on the agenda, I think since drums are already sticking out, we'll probably work on those next. So, it's a pretty basic rhythm. So it's just 4-quarter bass notes. So let's get over here. So, bar, 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 bar. And then hi-hat, snare, hi-hat. Okay, I think that's good. We'll go here. We'll start here. Okay, yeah, that sounds fine. And we'll just go across the way. So that's 2 measures, 3 measures. And then I think it changes up on the 4th. Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it changes up on the 8th. Okay, so this one, yeah, we'll keep going. And then let's get the 8th notes. Bam, 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 bam. Bing, do, do, whoop, do, do, do. Bum, ba da da dum. Bum, ba da dum. Bum. Is that 4 measures? Yeah, that's 4 measures. Okay. And then look. I mean, we're gonna keep the drums going the rest of the song, so get used to that. Okay, and then I want to finish up the loop before we work on anything else. So let's see what happens on the... Okay, so yeah, the bass drum goes crazy in the 8th measure. So let's get back here. Scroll, quarter, 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 quarter. I think the hi-hat and snare stay the same, though. We might have a cymbal crash, but maybe that's the 9th measure. Okay, so this is going to be 16th, 16th, 8th. 16th, 16th, 8th, 8th. Okay. 8th, and then I think it's 16th, 8th. 8th, and then 16th the rest of the way. But I think, yeah, the snares and hi-hats stay the same the entire time. Ba, 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 ba. I love how the bass drum is the one that starts off calm, and then it just goes insane in this last measure. That's fun. Alright, let me save. It's been a second since I did so. And then I believe we can fly up in the sky. I shouldn't start singing because who knows, maybe I get copyright stricken because I'm just too good. Okay, I think the piano stays the same all the way, so we can get that on here. Yeah, there we go. And I believe the strings stay the same as well. It's just, why did they mix the staves together? That makes no sense to me. And that's fine, we can figure it out. Okay, so yeah, the strings are the same. So, let me do that. Welcome back! You got a snack too? Nice! My snack is coffee. Breakfast of champions, even though it's far from morning now. Okay, so let's get back in here. And we want to copy all of this. Copy, paste, even though I hate doing that, but you know, whatever. And I believe the bass stays the same. Yeah, it looks like the bass stays the same. The bass doesn't change until later. So we'll copy that, paste, and then I believe another track is added. We have our main melody as well as a guitar, so let's add that in. Let's bring this up. We'll add Sound Font Player. We'll just drag and drop Timbres of Heaven. This will be, let's see, I think I just went with, what do you call it? Overdrive guitar. Overdriven, yeah. And then we'll rename and color. Black guitar. And this will be kind of a dark olive green. I don't think... Was the guitar playing the main melody in the original? Yeah, okay, it was. Oh, okay, so the staves weren't mixed up. I was just reading this wrong because I'm a dingus. Okay, so we are going to start with... I don't know if I'll include the synths in the final song. The synths were there. My goodness, that's difficult to say. That's how you sound. Okay, yeah, it sounds crunchy, but, you know, whatever. Find next empty. guitar. The dark olive green. There we go. Perfect. And we'll put this down here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So our first note is a high E. So it's like, it's an octave. So they're playing in octaves. So, yeah, there we go. So that's a whole note attached to a half note. I wonder if there's a way to make the guitar sound more natural and less MIDI-ish, but that is very difficult to do. So that's... okay. E, B, C... what was that, A? Okay, yeah, E, D, C, A. Whoops. There we go. When you click on a note, it automatically takes on that note's duration. So when I clicked on this, it took on the duration of a whole note, or a whole half note, when I didn't want that. Alright, and then, so E, D, C, A, and then D, C, B, G. That's it. Okay, and then it's F natural, it looks like. Dotted half note. That's dotted half note, right? Yeah, dotted half note lasts 3 beats. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. This stream is like me essentially getting back into the flow of using these, because with MuseScore, you already have like everything laid out. FL Studio, you actually have to think about the note durations and everything, so it's a little trickier. Okay, and that's a GA. And then F natural again, because that's where we are in the chord progression. And they're just regular half notes this time. Alright, and then we go down to E, and that's a dotted quarter. And I believe these are 16th. Yeah. So E, G, B. Okay, decent start to our electric guitar section. I may add the synths. I feel like the song might feel empty without them, but we'll see. After I finish composing these measures, we'll go ahead and have another listen through. Okay, dotted quarter, and we are on F, so it looks like this is F sharp, not F natural. Alright, and then dotted quarter G. and then back down to E. Okay, and that's regular quarter. Right. And then dotted A, dotted quarter A. And then dotted G. F, D, okay. And that's F sharp, I believe. Okay, and that brings us down to a whole note of A. Is that the right octave? Yeah, okay. And then a dotted half note of A. And then just 16th notes all over. So that's, what is that? That's B, F natural, F sharp, and A. Okay. So we start on B. Natural, sharp, A. Okay. Okay, I think that's a decent start already. So let's go back to the beginning, and I just want to hear what it sounds like. Song, not the pattern. So far it sounds pretty accurate. I think I'm definitely going to add some, like, more instruments here, like maybe like a quiet choir in the background or something. I think that'd be cool. Okay, I think it is empty without the synths. Maybe the, let's change to distortion. How does that sound? Let's give it reverb. Maybe we need to change the instrument. What should it be, though? Maybe the melody should be the synth? Let me see what that sounds like. I don't really like the synth when it's more of an orchestral theme. What instrument would I want having the lead? Maybe a solo violin? Maybe. Let me take out... is it shift click? Alt click? No, okay. Yeah, let me take out the lower octave, because I feel like the lower octave's kind of awkward if we're changing instruments. Yeah, let's see how that sounds with the violin. I feel like I'm not vibing with this section. I think maybe I messed up the melody. So it's E, F sharp. Did I put an F natural? Wait, no, that's not an F at all. I'm a dingus. So E, D. Oh, it was C sharp this whole time. That's why it sounds off. Okay. Okay, that should sound better. Okay, yeah, I do like that better. I feel like violin is better-ish. I'll keep it violin until I change my mind. Hang on. I'm trying to think about other songs I really like and what would be a better solo. Because we have plenty of strings already. Well, we have trumpets later, but let's see what a trumpet would sound like with the melody. Kind of quiet. Muted? That's a little abrasive. We can always go organ, why not? Violin sounds nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no worries at all. That's kind of what I intended the stream to be. It's kind of like if you've got your own work and stuff, just kind of feel free to do it alongside. Okay, you think violin sounds nice? Okay, awesome. I'll probably stick with violin. I am curious what this sounds like though. That sounds okay. Rock organ sounds alright. Hang on, there's an... We'll stick with violin for now. And then while it's on my mind, since, I mean, the song is already composed, we can experiment a little. I want to add a little choir at the beginning. Like, just something quiet and kind of on the low-key side. Just something to enhance what's already there. So, let's see. Where would that be? Here we go. Okay. Then we'll rename color and icon. Choir. We'll give it like a darker blue. For the instrument, sure, we'll just go with the treble clef. Why not? Fine, next, empty, choir. And then that will start when the bass kicks in. Sure. Let me listen to the beginning again. And then see kind of what I want it to be like. eighth note along here. Hang on, let me get these up. I kind of like the idea of another note here. Okay, it's fun. Huh. Maybe, yeah, let's try that. That has the potential to sound a little too busy. So let's do this. I feel like the bass section doesn't need to descend as much. Okay, I like this so far. Okay, I like that. I like that. But I want to give the tenors something to do here. So, let's see. Let's go back to this portion. It might be fun to introduce... Yeah. That's too high. You see, transposing is the easy part. Trying to figure out what you want to do to make the song sound newer, sound better. Now, that's the difficult part that I'm having some trouble with. This is what I do every time I'm composing a new song. I will go over the same measures over and over again until I find something that actually sounds good to me. So that's kind of what you guys are seeing now. Wasn't intended to be like a composition or composition. I forgot the the half the screen's taken up by music stuff. But what was I saying? This stream was mostly for the sake of transposing. So transferring essentially music from one software to the next while adding some bells and whistles. But now we're kind of composing in a way, like adding this whole new section. That's what this is. And I'm just trying to figure out what sounds right. So this sounds okay to me. Should I give the tenors something to do here? Maybe give them a C down here. Okay, I think that's an okay chord, right? And now the E is gonna clash with F, but hang on, let's listen. I mean, it clashes, but not in an entirely unpleasant way. I like that. Okay. And then that can kind of give the tenors this F here. And then the sopranos can keep doing their thing. And then I think I'll have the altos... What's that sound like? That's kind of an awkward chord. Whoops. Okay, that's a more pleasant sound. Yeah, okay, I think that's better. Interesting. I kind of like what we're doing here. So now we move on to this portion. I kind of like adding this new section. This is exciting. It's like it's a new addition to a song I've been used to for the past 2 years. So listen to it again. And then what am I gonna add? And then the bass and tenors are kind of harmonizing here, so I think I will give the sopranos something more fun to do. I mean, they always get something fun to do. If you've been in choir, sopranos always get the cool parts. I don't like this part as much. Yeah. Why not? And then, just for fun, it clashes a little bit, but like, I feel like it's so melded together that it doesn't really matter. It's fun to have clashing notes anyway. That sounds interesting. I kind of want it to match this somewhat. Okay, so it's this last measure I want to match the strings. So in the meantime, let's go here. And then we go back down to F. Okay, okay. We're getting something here. Right now I'm just thinking, which is to be expected in a stream like this. This is just a stream of getting something done. And then go back down. Interesting, okay. That sounds kind of okay. Kind of. The altos don't really have anything to do here, so maybe I will have them do what the tenors are doing. Hang on, what are the last two notes for the strings here? I don't know them off the top of my head. F and then E, okay. Now I just want to figure out what I want to do with the tenors. It's alright. Yeah, I'm glad you think so. It is kind of chill to just sit back and, you know, do some work, do some composition. Uh, might as well listen to what we've got so far, which isn't a lot, but it's something. I might change the type of piano. I'm not super into this piano sound. I mean, that's not bad, actually. I don't mind how it sounds. But I think I'm going to call it for now. I definitely think next time we do one of these, we'll do the Pomodoro technique where we will work in short bursts and then take little short breaks in between because I think I kind of, not necessarily burn myself out, but I feel like I've reached a point where I'm like, okay, I think I've expended as much energy as I feel I could with this track. But yeah, thank you all for coming today. It was really fun to just kind of get something done today, get some music work done. It's been a while since I worked on FL Studio, so it felt nice to, you know, get used to it again. So, yeah, with that being said, maybe I will see you guys as soon as tomorrow. We'll have to see. Yeah, bye!